What up, squad? What's poppin'? Welcome to another episode of Grouped. Are y'all ready for another reaction video? Of course y'all is, because y'all been spamming me this and been like, yo, man, you gonna get on this? So, we gonna check it out. Just so y'all know, I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. And by no way am I a crusader or am I trying to marginalize those that are already marginalized. That's not what the whole purpose and what we're doing over here at Grouped. Our whole purpose is to, people are grouped into different groups, and that's just a part of life, and that's what people do. So that's the whole point of Grouped. You know what I'm saying? We're all grouped, whether it's fairly or unfairly, we are, and that's what we do here. That's it. That's all. That's simple. So what we about to do, we about to get into EDDEN Torres. She went through a Sonic drive-through. She felt like she was being discriminated against, through transphobia and all of that. So we about to get into this. I watched a little bit of the video. I'll let you know throughout the video. I did a little bit of, a little bit of digging, research. And it's nothing to attack her or nothing. I just wanted to see. I don't want to pass judgment on, a recording or whatever, but I do see that it is her recording. So I did that not realizing that it was her recording. I thought it was just somebody making a recording on her behalf and then trying to put it out. But no, this is actually her recording. So let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Lego. First put on my ear. You know what? Let me put this to the front. It's easier. All right.
Fine.
I mean, I'll pull
And why you want to record me?
because your
Okay.
entire staff has been
Okay.
calling me sir.
Okay. You want to park?
Why don't you tell me what we can do now?
No, because I can do the same thing with you.
Okay, but your
So,
entire staff has been calling me sir the entire
Please,
time.
Okay.
What about me looks like a sir right now? Okay?
Okay. Can we please move to the side?
No.
All right.
What?
Look, I'm sorry, and I apologize for what happened. Okay, if they did that, or I'm sorry. What else can I tell you? Ma'am. What else can I tell you?
What?
If you're can we please move to the side?
If I'm a what?
Can you please move to the side?
If I'm a what?
I didn't say anything. Okay, don't try to put any words in my mouth. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, look. If they call you a sir, I don't know what they did then.
Because they saw the name on my credit card and they were not being nice people.
Well, they saw your name on the credit card. What do you want? What do you want them to tell you?
That has nothing to do with it. There could be someone in the back that they don't see. That's
Okay. So, I had asked my wife about this because she used to work at it wasn't a Sonic, but it was a Dunkin' Donuts. Where for some of y'all that don't know, because I don't know if they're all over United States, but it's up on the East Coast, man. Dunkin' Donuts is huge. Like people can't start their day without a Dunkin' Donuts. Me, I prefer Cumberland Farms. And this is no bad dollar. You know what I'm saying? You make it yourself and they don't taste like shit. So I had asked her how she would handle a situation like this. And I said, would you go on the name by the credit card, to determine whatever, or would you just go by what's, clearly in front of you? And she said, I'd go by what's clearly in front of me. She said, but the thing is, where the issue would come up is when you have a man's name on the credit card, then and you have a woman in front of you, that's when it would, we'd ask for ID. We would say, well, you're a woman, but there's a man's name on the card. So she said that's where there would be an issue. You know what I mean? Because, there's obviously something's wrong here. This isn't your card because this is a man's name and you're a woman. So my question is, would that then be an issue with trans people? Would you then say you were discriminated against because you had to take out your license? You know, because over here you're saying, you're saying you clearly appear to be a female, which, okay, I'm not doubting that, because actually I've been through your profile and stuff. I'm not saying you don't. I mean, whatever you want to be called. Hey, I, I'm just the type of dude won't be called Queen of England. I'll call you the Queen of England. Oh, big deal to me. You know what I mean? It's just, that's what you want to be called, man. Well, what do you want me to do about that? I can't do nothing about that. That's you. So, hey, man, I respect it. I do. My response to what's going on here is, maybe you should look into getting that name changed. Oh, that should be one of the priorities on, that's going to eventually become an issue. That's all I'm saying. And then if there's a video that comes out about that, you're being discriminated there, then I would say, come on, now you're being petty. You know what I mean? Now you're just being, but that's not the case here. But I'm just saying that might be the case in the future. I'm not saying you're going to make a video. I'm just saying you might want to look into getting that. All right, let's go.
Okay, ma'am.
So why would they intentionally do that? Can you tell me what your location has done to be trans competent? Because clearly they are not.
Okay, so did you just see what you just said right there? That's where all this pushback comes from. Right there. What your location has done to be trans competent. Listen. Let me just show you something instead of talking about it. Okay, these are your words, or this is your post. I just want to bring this up.
Your transphobia is killing women like me. Stop forcing us to make you comfortable.
Sound familiar? Sound like a situation you're in right now? You're absolutely right on that. So now, why are you now telling him and asking him what his company has done to become? I'm not saying you deserve the disrespect. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is, since the beginning of time, in humanity, scientifically, factually, biologically, there are only two sexes in the human race, and that is male or female, right? So I respect your decision and everything that, you want to transition because that's what you identify as. But now remember, that is a decision you had made. That is a decision you feel best of, you know what I mean? And the way we have to look at these situations here is, we're not always going to like the outcome of things. The outcome's not always going to favor us. Not all of us want to be born Latino, tan skin. Not all of us want to be born light skin. Not all of us want to be born short. Not all of us want to be born tall. But I can't sit there and act like, okay, I'm short. This Six Flags won't let me on a ride because I don't meet the height standard. Did you get what I'm saying? Or I can't play professional basketball and I'm 5 foot, 2, or 4'3". I mean, I just have to accept it. It doesn't mean that the NFL or the NBA or the NFL or any of them are discriminating against me. It's just the facts are I can't be a quarterback if I can't see over the guys in front of me that are like, 6 feet tall. So I'd at least have to be that. All of us can't make it to the NBA. I mean, yeah, Spud Webb and stuff like that. Yeah, those are the exceptions. But what I'm trying to say is it's not discrimination if we're not getting calls by the NBA. It's not being discriminative of the fact that I am not 7 foot tall. The fact is I'm not. I can't sit there and make people feel that I am. Hey, I'm bigger than you know. I'm bigger. My heart says I'm 9 feet tall. But your height, sir, is actually 4'2". That's not my actual height. I'm just saying. I can't get mad at them for telling me the fact of I'm 4'2". You see what I'm saying? So this is where we start spinning our wheels. This is where we get nowhere. But this is where we should take our own advice. Stop forcing us to make you feel comfortable, quote unquote. Right? Right? Why did I just do that? I don't know. Let's finish the rest. Lego.
Every joke you make leads to our murder. Do not argue with trans people when we tell you something is harmful.
Do not argue with trans people if you tell you something is harmful. Okay, so think about this. You are absolutely right when it comes to certain things. You know what I'm saying? But if you mean that as what you're doing right now and basically saying, don't make us make you feel comfortable. And then when somebody does that to you, it's some type of discrimination. Then how do we go forward when it seems like logic only suits you when it's in your favor? You see what I'm saying? It just makes this is just absolutely asinine. And this is where the problem is there's so many people catering to this just irrational way of doing things. I mean, we should not change breastfeeding to, I forgot, I don't even, whatever. We should not change breastfeeding to, you know what I'm saying? I forgot what they called it, but it's breastfeeding. It's breast. And you're feeding your child that you had birthed from your vaginal canal. That's what moms do. But in order to be a mother, you have to be born a female. And I understand that trans women would like that to be a reality, that they can also birth children, but it's not. And it's just we have to accept it. And nobody's being transphobic when they acknowledge that. You should too. Honestly, you should acknowledge that and be okay with it, because there's certain things, like I said, and characteristics we just don't have as human beings. We are human beings, and you should be treated as a human being. But at the same time, we can't neglect the truth, and we can't completely disregard facts. I mean, we can't disregard facts at all, actually. I think it's dangerous. We all know it's dangerous. And when we go down this path and we start threatening people and we start doing this and doing that, it's forcing. That's what you're doing. You're forcing. You're doing exactly what you're asking people not to do. So let's go back to part 1.
Ma'am, believe me, whatever you're saying or whatever you're trying to do with this,
I'm not trying to do anything.
Yes, because you're recording.
He got a point.
Okay, you're recording. You want to put it on social media?
He got a point.
Because I have been faced with discrimination from your staff.
I'm so sorry that you feel discriminated, but I mean, we have employees here.
That what?
That are gay. If you're saying that are gay, I mean, they're here. They work here.
So
And
I'm not gay.
I don't say that.
All right, but is that factual? Okay. If you are a trans woman, you are not a woman. You transition to a woman. You were born a man. You're going to be a man. And if you then there are attracted to men, that would be considered gay, no? I mean, it's not ignorance, it's just factual. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, how is it that we're here where people have to be scared of saying a fact? It's a fact. It's not unsensitive. It's unsensitive to state a fact when, all right, just to blurt it out, just to hurt someone's feelings. But right here, you guys are going tit for tat, back and forth. There's obviously an agenda because you have your phone out. He's right. If you really wanted to make this about the whole movement or whatever, why pull the phone out? Why pull it out? You know what I'm saying? And it seems like everything on this page is about that. It's, you know what I mean? Most of everything on this page is about that. And please, people, do not go to this page and harass this person, Eden Torres. Do not do that. Because that's not how we are over here. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? We keep it moving after. You know? That's it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know Eden. She don't know me. And I'm not saying Eden's a bad person. I am saying that this manager really seems like he's trying to accommodate Eden. But it seems like Eden is not good enough for Eden right now. Eden needs to make her statement. So let's see what Eden's statement is.
About my gender identity,
Okay, well,
not my sexuality.
Well, I mean, but like I said, I mean,
do you understand what I'm saying?
Look, okay, like I tell you, we don't discriminate anybody in here. Okay, I'm so sorry if you feel discriminated.
No. It's not that I feel, it's that I was discriminated against.
Well, I mean, I'm so sorry. Like I said, I mean, if in your credit card it says the name,
Right.
I mean, you're the one handing the credit card,
But
correct?
look at me.
Okay, you're the
right?
one. Okay, I can look at you.
What about me is presenting what you would call masculine right now? If you didn't see the name on my credit card and you were quickly handing me my card back, would you have said
Okay,
something?
I would.
What would you like me to
I
do?
would have asked. I would have said, "Listen, I need to see some ID. You're a woman, and this card says a man's name." And then it would have been another issue.
What would you like me to do? Because eventually you want
Yes.
something, correct?
I would like you to promise me treating trans people this way.
How I'm
He's treating you with respect.
I'm treating you bad, and I'm doing
Your
it.
step.
Okay, so then so basically what you want from him is for him to go reprimand his employees, which he should do. He definitely should go reprimand them. Because we've seen Eden just on the screen. And whether you think or don't think she is feminine, she's obviously doing what she's obviously presenting herself as a female. And I'm not saying we don't have the right to say what we want or whatever, but at the end of the day, it's a business. You don't got to be an asshole. You don't got to be an asshole. You're being an asshole. Eden's trying to get whatever it is she's trying to get and move on about her day. Yes, this whole thing is extra, but we're all here. I mean, I got recommended this, so obviously she she sparked the conversation. Maybe that's what she wants. She wants to spark a conversation. I mean, we're all talking about it, right? So, I mean, she succeeded. So, props to you for that.
And I'm doing it.
Your staff.
They're not doing that, man.
Yes, they were.
Okay, well, no. I mean, like I said, I mean, if your name on the credit card, it's a feminine name.
No.
Exactly. They're not discriminating you.
Yes.
No,
they
not.
are. Because
they're not.
someone else could be paying.
By you handing the card.
I'm sorry. If someone else was sitting here that was a man and I handed them that card, they would not have said anything.
Of course not, because then they would have thought that it was the guy's credit card. But what they should have done was ask for your ID and said, listen, it doesn't match what's in front of me. You got a point. You got somewhat of a point.
But because I'm alone, they're going to be an asshole and discriminate against me and be transphobic.
No. They were being assholes. They weren't being transphobic. They were being assholes, though. Yo, definitely being assholes. Definitely being assholes.
Nobody's transphobic like you're saying.
No,
Nobody
that
discriminating.
is what's happening.
No, that's how you feel. I'm so
No,
sorry.
no,
that you
it's
feel
actually
like that.
not how I feel.
Yes, you are.
There's
Because
a
you're
difference.
doing this because of that.
No, there's a difference.
You know, because I mean, like in my sexuality, whatever it is, and I feel confident of who I am.
I'm not
what I am.
talking about sexuality.
That's what you're just telling
you
me
don't
right now.
even know
No,
what we're
you
talking
don't.
about. So how can you tell me I don't know what I'm talking about? We're talking about gender identity. You're talking about sexuality.
Okay.
There's a difference.
What are you? So I can call you. What are you?
No.
What are you? Just
Why
tell me what
does
are
it
you?
matter?
No. What are you?
Why does it matter?
What are you?
Why does it matter?
Wow.
It doesn't matter to you. I'm so.
You're being so difficult with this guy. Yeah, see, Eden, right here is where you're losing me. You had me with the whole, interaction with the staff. Yeah, that was fucked up. You were just trying to get what you were trying to get and leave. But right here, see, this is where it goes extra. And you would have made an awesome case if you would have been like, you know what? You were a gentleman, sir. But he's been trying and he's just getting frustrated. So there's things that are coming out of his mouth, but you're not being all, you know what I'm saying? If you think your behavior on this was being tolerant, it wasn't. You weren't being tolerant to him. You know what I mean? He was calling you ma'am and everything. He was doing everything that you want, that you got upset what they didn't do. He was doing that. And now look at how you're acting. You're acting, like I said, everybody's at the table, but I don't want to eat because I'm not being spoon-fed. That's just crazy.
Okay.
Okay.
So, what are you? So I can call you sir or ma'am. What are you?
What would you assume looking at me?
What are you?
What would you assume looking at me?
I assume that you're a man. Okay. Okay.
Thank you. Whatever.
Okay. Wow. That was it. All right. So basically, we have a case. I mean, they definitely should be talked about that. They should definitely be reprimanded for not asking for ID. And, for being, they was kind of being like, they was being asses. They was being asses. They were definitely being some, they was fucking with you. They was definitely fucking with you. But as far as the manager goes, the manager was being more than accommodating. I mean, you seen it. He was like, everything he did, it was an issue. So, anyways, what do you guys think? Put it in the comments. Was the manager being very patient? I feel like he was. I feel like he heard out her entire grievance, even went outside and spoke to her. Obvious. She's still in the car, so she must have called him out. You know what I'm saying? And then picked up the phone and started recording. That being said, peace, love, and positivity. I'm not saying you have to acknowledge the differences. Just respect them. That's all. Peace. Deuces. I'm gone.